online broadcast network, AfterBuzz TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AfterBuzz TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing aftershows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Well, good afternoon, all of you Days of Our Lives fans. Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days, where we give you a full recap of your favorite soap opera, Days of Our Lives. I am your host, Tony Moore, and I am joined by my wonderful co-host, whose hair is higher and longer than the Super Bowl halftime show.
And better.
And better.
Thank you. Better. Oh, happy Valentine's Day, everyone.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, you know what I should have said?
If Billy's watching,
is that your volume?
Huh?
Is that your volume?
No, mine's off.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Well, good afternoon. Oh, that was me.
Do you see how I got yelled at for that? And it wasn't even me.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, introduce yourself to the kind folks.
Mark J. Freeman here.
And of course, as you guys know, my chocolate twin is spending wonderful Valentine's Day with his grandkids in Sacramento. But don't fret, we still have his Look Loose Related coming up. But today, filling in for my chocolate twin, Mr. James Lott Jr., we have...
Matthew Evan Paine here.
Hello, Matthew. Welcome.
Hello, Tony.
We're gonna say a lovely prayer for you that you survived the show with us.
Thank you. Little nervous.
No reason to be nervous.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Listen, just one key thing you need to know: whenever Mark mentions Billy Flynn, just smile and nod.
Right.
I think he's already figured that out.
And of course, if you guys haven't already, make sure you like us, follow us on Instagram and Facebook. And thanks to Mark, we now have a Twitter, which is @_DISHIN Days.
Yeah!
Which was a very long discussion, mind you, because...
Well, on my end. I just kept sending messages.
Well, here's the funny thing, because James and I always talk about how it's just me and him that's on our group chat. Like, we're waiting for days for Mark to respond.
Not days.
Yeah, days.
By the end of the day.
No, days. And then, it's like one morning, Mark woke up and realized that he does a recap of Days of Our Lives. And was like, we should do this, we should do that, and blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to start a Twitter. And what should the Twitter name be? You have until noon to tell me what the... And I'm just like... Good morning. All those sound fine. Whichever you want to choose.
Well, because I was like, should it be DISHIN Days this? Should it be DISHIN Days TV? Should it be ABTV DISHIN Days? Should it be this? These are all the options. These are all the things available. And he's like, thumbs up. I'm like, I need an answer because I'm not going to get in trouble for picking the Twitter thing. And you'd be like, why did you pick that?
Why does everyone make it seem like I'm like Iron Lady?
I'm just saying, I wanted confirmation that everybody was okay with it before I hit send.
And you hit send, and Tony was like, underscore.
Why didn't you put it at the end? Yeah. That's what I was waiting for. Because why did you put it at the beginning? It should have been at the end.
It was totally fine.
Could have been between the words. So _DISHIN Days.
Yes, @_DISHIN Days on Twitter.
Well, the @ is implied.
Is
it?
It is, I think.
Is it implied?
Like I am the future Mr. Billy Flynn. That's implied.
Is he trying you, Tony?
He's completely trying it. Completely delusional, too. Also, make sure you guys stay tuned because we do have 2 giveaways that we're going to re-announce. I'm pretty sure we announced it last week, but for realsies this time, we're going to give stuff away, and we're going to tell you how.
Oh, and Matthew, too, just to kind of keep you up to speed, anytime you're watching and Tony's speaking and it looks like it's really good quality material for his reel, interrupt.
Okay.
Yeah, it's important.
I'm never going to have a hosting reel.
What was that?
I'm never going to have a reel. It's just impossible. All right.
And we only have 5 pizza rolls left.
Yes.
Well,
and we
started off with 20.
Yeah.
And then it got to
well, not quite 20.
Well, so, okay.
So that's what happens when you don't have a Valentine.
Well, yes. This is true.
There's some more in the freezer. You're welcome to take them home with you.
I will be right back.
Well, everyone, without further ado, it's time to start Dishin Days.
Ta-da.
Ta-da, flip it.
Set it and forget it.
Here we are.
All right.
All right, so we are going to kick things off with the Steve, Kayla, Ava, Joey storyline. Okay. I don't know if this is going to be a rant or not, but
Do
I
it.
feel a rant.
We haven't had a rant in a while.
we haven't. I'm just not feeling the storyline since her whole reason for doing this dropped.
Yeah.
Like I just feel like there should have been something more for this elaborate thing.
Right.
And now all of a sudden it's like, they're in Gibraltar and
Indonesia.
okay, Jakarta, whatever.
Wasn't it Indonesia?
Sure. Okay.
Didn't they say Indonesia?
Overseas for sure.
Yeah, they're somewhere international, and they're trying to find the baby, and then
Canada's international. By the way.
whatever. They're international. They're somewhere. They're
That was
not
for you,
in
Sarah.
They're not in Salem, and they're trying to find their kid, and then this guy comes out of nowhere and is like, "Oh, during that time period, we had 2 African American babies, one
Chinese,
Asian,
right?
Yeah.
And then the other 2. Oh, I'm sorry, and it's like." Well, what happened? Oh, they both died of pneumonia. So you mean to tell
But
me
you don't think that she maybe set that up?
No.
if her plan is still going for Steve, I'm just gonna say Steve must have some good loving
Yeah.
for you to go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs like
I
this.
think, yeah, it just seems like all the stories that, and I get that it was, we've talked about this before, that with the new writing, they kind of shifted gears. So they created these situations so that they could end them, which I kind of understand now. It's because they wanted their own story to tell. But it just, this one in particular just feels like set up, disappointment. Set up, disappointment.
Agreed.
And I'm feeling that with a lot, even though Hope, not to get to another storyline, but like even with Hope and Stefano, it's like this great, wonderful thing, and it's like
The next day it's gone.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just that nothing is kind of getting back to that whole situation, even with Chase and
Sarah?
Andre.
Oh, Chase
it's like it's this thing you think it's going to be this exciting. I don't know.
Matthew, how are you feeling about this storyline?
Well, I love Ava. I think
she's great. I loved her scene when she was knocking shit everywhere.
She was too
Everything.
slow though.
Don't say shit.
Are we allowed to say knocking stuff over?
You can say that.
I didn't say it, and then I got hit for it.
I said shit 3 times now.
I think Ava is out of her mind.
Well, duh.
I mean, she's next level.
She's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah, she is. She swiped the entire hotel room.
Yeah.
Which was in slow-mo, by the way, because she said, and I was like, girl, if you don't go for it, go
That was like Marlena.
When Marlena busted in on Andre and was like, I'm
going to knock over 2 chess
everything.
pieces. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Matthew.
Yeah.
Do that.
Yeah, exactly.
So angry.
I'm so flippin' upset.
How?
Tony, will you tell everybody who
Thank you.
Matthew is again? They're asking because they came in late.
Matthew is our guest host for today. He's filling in for my chocolate twin, James Lott Jr.
Yes, I'm also known as white chocolate. So
Oh,
We got white chocolate over here.
coincidentally, that's what Mark calls himself.
oh wow.
Yeah.
So you've
I don't
been
like to be,
replaced.
I don't like, well, and I love white chocolate.
Anywho, also, I don't understand why everyone's lying about, like, Ava and what she did. Like, Steve isn't telling Kayla the full truth. Joey isn't telling...
Well, Steve's not telling Kayla for an obvious reason.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
but...
because she'd shoot him.
Right.
Well, okay, but at the same time, it's like, it started with Joey in the hospital. And, like, well, how did you find me? Oh, I just, got it from Dad. Gotta go. And it's like, why are you lying about this? Why don't you just say that, I don't know, I just got a phone call from Ava that told me where you were.
Yeah.
And when they keep doing that where it goes on and on, avoiding the question,
Yeah.
Yeah.
then I forget.
Yeah.
What was, where were we? Why are...
Well, I
why
think
is
they might
everyone-
count on that, too, that we forget.
No, we
You know
never
what I'm
forget. Ever.
Never forget.
Never forget. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just not. And then that whole thing where she like sent the text and was like, "Oh, Steve, I'm moving on.
No, you're not.
And you won't see me again." And it's like, and then she's like, "I'll take one flight, one way."
To Salem.
It's like
Salem, USA.
Right.
Salem,
Yes,
USA.
right.
So next time I call my travel agent, I'm like, take me to Lorraine, USA.
But it's like, really? Are you not done yet?
She's not done.
She's
She
not
needs to
done.
be.
Well, you knew she wasn't going to be done. I just hope it's just.
She's going to come back for Joey, use him again.
Leave Joey alone. Joey is 16.
He doesn't seem to mind.
Okay, that's just kind of creepy.
That he doesn't mind.
Well, no, that they tried to put them together, and he's 16 and she's like whatever her age is.
Well, he's impressionable and she's attractive. Well, he's attractive.
Well, now he's scarred for life because his
walked
daddy
in on
was trying to
Daddy
get up in the draws.
I'm trying to. He didn't have to try very hard.
Well,
He was.
and her references to like, I know you wanted some of this. I was like, no, he doesn't.
No, and then
He doesn't.
Did you see when she jumped on his back? She was like trying to have a post.
Yeah,
I don't know what I can say. Moment with him.
You can say whatever, just apologize for it later.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I just.
And he lost it on her. Get off of me. This wasn't fun for me.
No, because like he's not into her.
No, and then she said, and I'm going to tell Kayla.
Yeah, so Donna Grizzle just says the secret sex scandals are so irritating. I agree.
Well, yeah, because it's like how is. I feel like it would be more a little understanding if he was just like, listen, she made me have sex with her because I had to find out where you were.
Yeah.
Like there was no other way.
But that's the thing is like he should just say it right away.
Yeah.
Like
Instead
rip
of
the
just keeping
Band-Aid
it.
off. Just tell her.
Just do it.
Get it over with.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can kind of like understand, like, I don't know, like, do you think that she has a right to be upset if she is? I mean, she's clearly going to be upset.
Kayla's been an absolute nag lately. I love Mary Beth Evans.
Mm-hmm.
For the record, I love Mary Beth Evans.
Yeah.
Kayla has been nagging Steve. He can't smile the right way at her. I don't know.
That was a long pause.
I know that was a long pause. She's going to. It's a lose-lose for him.
I don't think so. I think if you tell people right away, it's not a lose-lose. It's like
He's already not told her right away, though.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, now it's about to be a lose, and I get it. She's not going to understand. She's going to say, "Well, there should have been some other way."
Right. Do you think she's going to be pregnant?
Oh God, I hope not. I really
hadn't thought about that. Oh, but whether or not she is really pregnant.
No, I hope not.
Dear God, maybe that was her plan all along.
Joey didn't sleep with her, correct?
Not that we know of.
Have you noticed that they're showing things like off camera?
Yeah.
Like things that were done off camera, they're now showing on camera in like a flashback.
Right.
Did we pick up on that this week?
Yeah.
I picked up on that. I picked up on it.
You're a picker-upper.
Look, the quicker picker-upper.
Yes.
That's why they call me Bounty.
Yeah.
All right, so anyway, I mean, yeah, so that's pretty much that storyline. Is there anything else to like go over with that? Is anything else that we
Bite
missed?
my tongue. What did I say? Oh, about the baby, maybe?
I hope not. No.
Yeah, everyone in here says that they think she's going to be pregnant.
Go ahead.
Something that I thought was funny when Steve snuck into the house and Caleb was saying, "Tell me what happened. Tell me what happened." And he.
Oh, after his first of all, because he just like ditched her and was like,
Right.
"Okay, I'm gone."
Oh, baby's dead. Peace out.
Yeah,
for sure.
Sorry, whether it was ours or not. Okay, leave me alone. Bye. And then he like comes creeping in the house, and she's still wanting answers. And then Joey comes around the corner, all upset, like, yeah.
Oh my God! He said, it was almost going to be my quote of the week when Kayla was like, "What did Kayla say to him?" Kayla said something to Joey like, "Your dad told me everything. I understand what's going on." Da, da, da. And Joey's like, "Yeah, I'm sure that's what he told you. I need a sandwich." I almost peed. I was like, "You go get a sandwich."
Or when Joey was on the phone and was like, "She's fine. I don't want to see you. Don't come back."
Yeah.
I'm like,
She hates you too.
Yeah.
yeah. And then she's like, "Joey, give me that phone.
Where are you? Where are you? Just nagging.
And then Ava's like, Oh, Kayla's on the phone. Yes, this is Ava Patel.
Like, she got louder. You said, oh, that's so funny.
Yeah. And I was like, this heifer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love when Steve got back to the house, he asked Kayla where Ava had been keeping her. Mm-hmm. And she said, in a room in East Salem.
East Salem, yeah. I noticed that too.
Well, apparently, Rafe and his clan grew up in West Salem. That's what someone said.
Oh, really?
Sure or not.
The
Yeah.
Hernandez familia.
Yes. Yeah, so that's that storyline. I don't know. You know me, I'm just a fan with open arms, just saying,
Everybody's welcome.
Give me what you want,
And I'm the opposite. I'm like,
we'll see.
Nope.
Especially when
Swatting them away.
Especially when it comes to the Jonases.
Oh. Are we to that yet?
Not yet.
Was that a lead into?
Not yet.
Okay.
We're moving on to Hope, Rafe, and Andre. Poor Hope.
Can I ask before we go into it? What did she mouth? Because I watched it 3 or 4 times. I couldn't understand what she was mouthing.
Oh, in the camera.
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know what she mouthed.
Oh, I thought you were saying she mouthed. I have no idea.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what she
if
said.
you guys understood what she said, I couldn't read her lips. I was like, I have no idea.
When now?
When
she finds the camera in her house, in the bug.
frame.
Oh.
She mouths something, and they show it from Andre's perspective of her looking into the camera, and she mouths something, but I couldn't understand what she said. If you guys wanna,
Which, by the way, did you notice how she picked up the frame and moved it to the other side as if to move the camera for Andre for the fire?
and did you notice that she picked up the plant and looked underneath it on the desk?
Yes.
I was like,
Listen, with the Damaris, you never know. You never know.
I was like,
but also, I was kind of thinking like that camera isn't small enough. Like you can see that camera on the frame. Like it's not hidden at all. It's not a black.
did they
frame.
show it? Is it?
Yeah, like they zeroed in on the little camera on the frame, and then it cut to Andre looking at it, and then when Hope was basically confessing that she shot Stefano, he was like, the sound is out. And I was like, of course the sound is going to go out.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I feel bad for Hope because she's basically living in fear at this moment. Because
You feel bad for her?
Yeah. She's just waiting for Andre to make a move. However, I feel like this. Andre, for all the things that the Damaris have done, like...
Everything?
Yeah. It's like, how do you... You can't be plotting revenge on everybody just because now you are in your feelings about your father. Your father has
Andre.
done enough to everyone else that like...
Yeah, but in their mind, that's,
Well,
Business as usual.
yeah.
whatever. It's stupid.
I don't feel that bad for Hope.
I don't either.
What? What would James Locke Jr. say? Why don't y'all
I don't
feel
know.
bad for her?
He's surprised me though. A couple times he ranted too. So
about Hope.
I don't know. I feel like when she was talking to Rafe on, I think it was on. Well, not on Friday.
We'll get to that later.
So it must have been Thursday, which mine didn't record. Did your Thursday record?
No, the last 40 minutes or the last 20 minutes didn't record.
Mine, something happened to mine. I had to watch it on the NBC app.
Oh, mine recorded.
Oh, okay. She has when she's having a conversation with Ray, I don't know, like I just feel like she's a lot angrier than she should be. Does that make sense? Like
That
I feel
Hope
like
is
why
angrier?
are you? Yeah, like she's like. I don't know. She was like yelling at him, like, "We have to figure this out." And I'm like, "Why are you angry?" I can see you being frustrated, flustered, but angry just seemed a little excessive.
No, I don't think it was angry. I think it was frustration because
Came off angry.
The secret that they've been trying to keep, that they killed Stefano, is just out now.
Yeah.
Apparently.
I don't know. I agree. Who's just said that? Where'd it go? Dan M says, "I love Andre messing with Hope." I kind of do.
I do too.
It's kind of like, you mess, play with fire, you burn. No pun intended.
I feel like they keep almost giving Hope a good storyline.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it falls
But I feel
flat.
like, and that goes in with all the other ones. They're almost
So
getting
good, and then they disappear.
Yeah.
Or the other characters that she's playing off of steal it.
But I also
And I think she's terrific too.
Part of this will be remedied with the new changes that will be happening. that I like to think is because I've been complaining about
You don't look
shooting
amused.
schedule for so long. I think a lot of that will change because I think a lot of what they do because they're shooting so far in advance.
Right.
And they toy with these things and then they're like, okay, we're gonna, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like that will get remedied by not being so far in advance.
I agree with you there. I agree with the fact that if they didn't shoot so far in advance, when you can tell that people are gravitating towards a certain way, you can then make changes right then.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it can go in that direction rather than waiting 5 months and writing it out. And then it goes in that direction. And
But
it's
like,
kind of like...
For example, of something that I did. I feel like you and I think it was Peter was here at that time when Roxanne.
Right.
We all were like, oh my God, how
Roxanne.
Amazing is this energy between them, their chemistry. We were all like, oh my gosh, it's amazing. Gone.
Yeah.
Gone.
Well, but it
what
never
an
brought back.
opportunity lost. Like, that could have been another super couple. But because they're so far in advance, by the time they got the memo, she was pieced out.
Yeah.
And you were saying Hope was angry?
Yeah. A lot.
I was just saying.
Oh, for me.
Yeah.
Oh, well, whatever. I know. But it's just, yeah, I don't know. I hopefully that'll change. That's my point. When's the
Point made. All right, so
point taken.
And I really wish that Rafe was. It's almost like they're telling on themselves because Rafe comes in to Andre and is all like, "Leave Hope alone," and then that's when Andre has it.
Was that real or was that the dream?
No, that was real.
Okay.
That was real. That was real because that's when basically Andre kind of revealed to Rafe that he knows like what happened.
Yeah.
Because even it started with the ring, because Andre did like this with the ring, and that stunned Rafe, and then Andre basically was like, Hope shot
my father and put a gun to his chest, and Rafe was like,
gotta go.
Girl.
No.
Yeah, it
He was
wasn't
like,
point
gotta
blank.
go.
It was from across the room.
He was like, gotta go.
Yeah.
I have to go now. And then first of all, Hope, why are you just now discovering that Bo's gun is gone?
And what's it doing in your hall closet?
One, why is it in the hall closet? And why is it that like she can literally do this
Yeah.
and find the key?
Yeah.
Sierra's not short anymore. Like, she's tall.
And
Like,
she's got
it's-
boobs now, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that.
Are we getting to her later?
we are getting to her
Okay,
later.
good.
So
Give me heads up when that
I
starts.
will. So the
You'll
bottom
hear me laughing.
Okay.
the bottom line is that everyone's plotting revenge. Hope and Rafe are gearing up to go, toe to toe with Andre. Andre's gearing up to seek revenge on Hope for killing Stefano. So we'll see how that plays out. And I wish those scars would heal on his face.
Well, I have to say, I have to give him a little props because I noticed one of the episodes he was sitting there by himself talking, and he's like I don't know if he did it on purpose, like if it was a conscious effort or he just kind of was in the moment, but like he was sitting there. It's on this side, so he was like this, and he kind of went to, and he was like, oh, I can't touch that, and I was like, oh,
Yeah, I
I'm
see
watching you.
Right,
I
totally.
got you. You're in the moment.
Yeah.
And I did love Andre when he was watching Rafe and Hope. And he was like creating the dialogue.
Oh my god! Because the sound was out, so he was giving his own commentary.
I almost peed myself. I was like, okay, that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
That was hilarious.
funny.
He is doing an excellent job.
And there was, are we getting to, I don't know if this is on our thing, but I'm just thinking of this and I need to say it before I forget. There was a scene, it's the scene with Rafe and Rafe and I might combine Eduardo. Did you see this? That like because that was when they were having the wine together. But there was a scene where it cut to them.
Yep.
They each like just took a sip and then it went to the next scene. I'm like, what was that?
Oh yeah. I don't know.
They're not on a date. Like
Right.
it was so bizarre.
That whole
I don't know what
that
scene
one, it was so
bizarre.
short and just kind of like, what was that? Sorry, I had to get that in there because I kept thinking I was going to forget.
No, go ahead.
Gabby walked in as they were having the wine together, and then she walked away, and then the moment was over. Were they just trying
Well,
to
they were supposed to eat,
But they
then
did.
Oh, they did eat.
They did eat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They
I
ate.
must have got to get my pizza rolls. It was
means he
yeah.
did.
It's just a
They
strange
convinced
little
me to go
sequence of
eat.
events, and then it was over.
Yeah.
Just out.
Well, what I thought was funny about that scene was seeing Belle and Sean D in the background playing background actors.
Oh, I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's
They
so
were
funny.
just sitting in the
funny.
back during the whole thing. But I guess they're trying to build the Hernandez family because
Yeah.
they did the same thing with the Carvers, like
Yeah.
you know, Lonnie, Theo, and Abe all sat down at TBD and like
Yep.
had dinner. So I think they're kind of reminding fans of
Don't
family.
forget about us.
Yeah, there's families here.
And I do like, that was one of the things I was going to say too this week, as I enjoy seeing the Carvers. Mm-hmm. It's, I don't know. I like
too.
I like it.
It would be better with hashtag Maxine Sun. Well,
I think they need to bring Lexi back.
oh well,
It's going to be a tough one.
that would be very tough. That would be very tough.
Stranger things have happened, though.
Well, this is true.
Well, let's work on Jack first.
Yeah, hashtag bring Jack back.
Bring Jack back.
But you know, all of this talk about food at Club TBD has me wondering, how does one who maybe doesn't have time to cook able to cook and get a decent meal?
That's such a good question.
Huh.
Mark?
Well, let me tell you, if you need to know how to cook, not only do you feel like you know your way around the kitchen, but cooking at home means eating healthier and saving money instead of ordering expensive takeout.
Takeout is expensive.
Yes.
it is.
But where do you start?
Where, Mark?
Blue Apron has you covered. For less than $10 per meal, Blue Apron delivers all the fresh ingredients you need to create home-cooked meals. Just follow the easy-to-step instructions. Each meal can be prepared in 40 minutes or less, no overwhelming trips to the grocery store, and no more sad takeout.
Oh,
Does that mean I can't have pizza anymore? No. No matter your dietary preferences, Blue Apron makes it a breeze to discover and prepare dishes like roast chicken supremes with mashed potatoes, gravy, and maple glazed
Oh, I love
carrots.
some mashed
Yum.
potatoes and
If
gravy.
you are a seafood eater, spiced salmon with black rice, avocado, and blood orange salad.
black rice. Why I gotta be black?
It's got
What about the white rice, Mark?
Or if you're a vegetarian, charred broccoli over creamy polenta with poached eggs.
Yum.
So cook with ingredients that you've never used before, like watermelon radishes, farro, and purple potatoes. And recipes are between 500 and 700 calories per portion.
Wow.
So I could have 3 portions. Delicious and good for you. Right now, you can get your first 2 meals free at blueapron.com/podcast. That's blueapron.com/podcast to get your first 2 meals free. Blue Apron, a better way to cook.
Yes, it is.
Why, thank you.
Hey, no problem.
This announcement brought to you by the fine folks of Blue Apron.
Blue Apron.
Yeah, because
get
last
it?
week it was Blue Ribbon. Okay, so basically that's it with Hope, Rafe, and Andre. Now let's move on to Philip,
Oh.
Victor, and
I have
Demos.
one more thing to
Demos.
say.
Oh, go ahead.
When Rafe was considering texting Hope,
Oh, yeah.
I thought this was so ridiculous because remember how Hope's phone number, it would be when they do that little texting sequence 5550123.
Yeah.
He had the thought to text her the other day, and so he picked up his phone, and the little bubble came up next to him, and it said Hope Brady, Salem Police Department, and then her phone number, which was 049-157-0156.
Kind of phone numbers they got in Salem.
All that stuff, when they do that, it's just
It's too much.
Just leave it off.
It takes
Yeah.
Just show
leave it
the
off.
text.
Yeah.
Like, is it rocket science,
From
people?
Hope to Rafe or whatever.
Yeah. Right, exactly.
Did anyone else try to listen to Sierra when she was given the address?
Oh, yeah.
I tried to, but it
hard to hear.
It
Yeah.
was very muffled. And then I thought, for a second, I was like, I think she gave the wrong address. Because it's like suckle.
Yeah, she was like
or something.
2427 Symptom Drive.
Yeah. Yeah, I was like,
Maybe she forgot her line.
Maybe. I don't know.
Surprise,
Thank you,
surprise.
Donna, for liking my tie.
Aw. And thank you guys who are tuning in live. We have, I just saw 193.
I have 193 also.
people
Nice.
watching live. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Our goal is still 300.
Why are they saying no to me? Someone
what?
said no, Mark. No to what? What did I say?
Mark, no, I mean, laugh out loud. I hate demos.
Mark said it was right the first time this week.
Oh, someone asked, is Blue Apron in Canada?
Oh, I don't know. That's a good question.
We'll have to find out, Lily,
We'll have
if
to
they
go
can
to
send to Canada.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a sending thing, so I would assume.
Mail it to you. So maybe if you pay international shipping.
I'm sure they have Blue Apron, eh?
All right.
Sarah's not gonna like you.
Oh. Let's move on to Philip, Demos, and Victor. Okay.
I'm hoping it's not this same thing. Set it up, and then it goes flat.
I'm scared of Victor. I don't. Demos has nothing on Victor as far as I'm concerned.
I don't know. I feel like he's a little bit more devious than Victor.
I mean, I can go in a low voice and go threaten someone. Are you scared of me? Like that's what I.
No, I know you. Although you should be afraid of me.
Uncomfortable silence.
No, but I feel like he might be a little more. He might be a little more hardcore than Victor. At least that's the feeling I kept getting all week.
Victor's always like smooth. You know what I mean? I feel like Demos is going to be like
messy, sloppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what? I was kind of expecting when it's Demos, right? Because I keep wanting to pronounce his name a different way.
Demos.
So when Demos came over to the house to expose Philip, I almost thought Victor was gonna tell him get out, and then look at Philip and go, I knew that already.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, how do you think?
Yeah.
Like almost to say, and to be honest, Demos didn't do it alone. He was very sloppy with covering everything up. So I had my men go in and cover it up even further.
Right.
So I already knew.
Victor's so bright.
Yeah.
What are you guys talking about? You know what he's talking about.
He picks up on things really quickly. But I love how he was just kind of like, well, you're fired. Okay, that takes care of the business.
Yeah, exactly. I did like that.
Now we have to repair our father's son.
And how do we do that?
Yeah.
And he's like,
Maggie's like, cookies?
Yeah. I'm just, Victor, if you cross Victor, he is so quick to like just be done with you. I think that's a life lesson. In life, when people cross you, when people show you who they are, believe them.
Believe them.
Yeah.
And when that happens, what would Victor do?
Right. Another life lesson?
Boom, boom.
So I have a couple
Victor
ideas in
Kiriakis.
here of what Demos's reason for being is.
Okay.
Raison d'etre. Someone thinks that Demos, Casey Lynn thinks he's behind Sarah's kidnapping in Days Gone By.
Okay.
Somebody thinks, where'd the other one go? Oh my gosh. Donna Grizel thinks, I'm guessing Finn is in cahoots with Demos. I don't know.
Okay.
That's just an option. I thought maybe there's not another one. But those are some reasons they think that he's around. It'll be interesting. I don't know. I always feel like we get let down a lot.
I wish they would just get to what Finn is doing in town already. I don't care enough.
Yeah.
But
I think there's a Finn Lonnie thing now. You didn't see it? There's clearly something going to be happening with Finn and Lonnie.
I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
You didn't see that they were having a moment.
She shot that down so quick.
But that's how it starts.
But
that's daytime.
She's still hung up
Mark
on
my
Rafe.
words.
Guys, write this. What is today's date?
February 14th.
February, Valentine's Day. I have to write all this shit down. Valentine's Day.
And that's 4 times.
Yeah, wow.
Predicted.
You're angrier than hope.
And
Lonnie.
yeah. And he's really
Finn.
writing this down. No, Lonnie and Finn are not going to happen.
Ever.
Mark my words,
No.
Mark.
No.
On February 14th, Tony says Lonnie and Finn are not going to happen.
Look at that. My
I
pen's
have
rounding.
a better chance with Eric than
Yes.
Lonnie and Finn.
Finn. No, she shot that down so quick. And obviously, let's get into tidbits because we're obviously done with the Philip, Demos, and Victor thing. That's pretty much what happened.
Because nothing really happened. I mean, he walked in the room. They said the truth kind of came out, and then it ended.
So, speaking of Flynn, whose apartment was robbed, and he had some videos.
We didn't see that though, right?
No,
we saw no videos.
No, we didn't see.
We didn't see the robbery either. It was on camera.
No, but it's like they're posing him as like this playboy.
Totally.
And I for some reason I just thought it was weird. It's like, yeah, I had these videos, many videos of not me alone.
Totally.
And it's just kind of like...
That made me like him more.
Oh, no, I was like, I want to fast forward this.
I'm like, finally, a real character on TV.
I guess it did feel a little real. Because I thought he was going to say, like, oh, my tablet, you know, had, like, health records on there or something like that. He was like, no, got some sex videos on there.
I've been a busy boy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a lot.
Do you guys like Finn?
I do.
Jury's still out.
I need to do a poll. Is he better than
Dr. Dan?
Xander?
I don't know. I Xander.
Loved Xander.
I really liked Xander.
So then we'll do a poll.
I'll do a poll.
Xander, Finn or Dr. Dan.
I'll just put like the vomit emoticon.
I think Dr. Dan's going to win, although I feel like it should really go to Xander.
We'll see. You might be surprised. My polls I've done sometimes really surprise me. I'm like, oh, totally wasn't expecting that to be the winner.
So who would you pick?
Finn. Oh no, I like Xander. I know between Finn and Xander, that's hard because I really like Xander.
Xander?
Yeah.
Xander.
Finn.
Just because, or that's really how you feel?
No, that's how I feel.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, you can have him.
Well.
Well, I'll say this: I don't hate him yet, which is good for me.
Xander or Chad?
Oh.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch me.
To quote Billy.
To quote Billy.
Finn, yeah. I mean, people they're curious. I'm just curious because a lot of people are writing that in here, their opinions about Finn. So I'm just curious.
See, someone said, "I'm with Ruby. Finn is better than Dan."
Where did Xander go?
Away.
He's in jail, isn't he?
Oh yeah,
he's in jail.
Oh, we have 206 people watching live.
Yeah.
You guys are so great. I love it.
Either that, or they don't have Valentine's Day plans.
So mean. All right, so
mine's on a plane. Too.
Well, he's always on a plane.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't blame him.
Make it 207.
It's going to be
without Valentine's Day.
208. Mine says 208 now.
Oh, there we go. So now we're at Sierra, Theo, Chase, and Claire.
But we're still not talking about Friday yet.
Not yet.
Okay, let's skip this and get to Friday.
Not yet. Hold tight. Hold tight.
Okay, so
Okay.
That's all I can think about. Wait,
it's Friday?
So what happened before that?
Okay, so Theo comes out of the woodworks and says that he likes Sierra.
Right. Okay.
Because Sierra goes to like find him to talk about the whole Chase situation, which
I know. Say it.
A lot of awkward silences today.
It is. I just feel like there used to be a realistic triangle, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like this triangle is very cut and dry.
Yeah.
I feel like she has no interest in Chase, but she does have interest in Theo.
Correct.
So where does the real... I guess there's really no triangle.
Well, then they tried to bring in Claire for a hot second.
And Chase was like, nope. And Claire was like, cool.
Yeah. Which isn't very teenager-esque. Do you think maybe Claire and Joey? Oh, no, they can't.
Why can't they?
I always have to think of families. Are Claire and Joey? Where's James Ott Jr. when we need him? So Claire is Sean, Douglas, Brady. No, they can't. They're because Kayla. They're cousins. They can't. Okay.
Yeah, gross.
See, it always has to take me a second.
They're kissing cousins.
Yeah. I mean, they could, I guess, if it was like Salem, West Virginia.
No. Also,
sorry for all our West Virginia fans.
Chase, please stop.
My dad was born in Kentucky. I can say that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in a log cabin. He was born in a log cabin in Kentucky. I don't get more.
Well, that explains a lot.
Yeah.
We're at 212, by the way. Thank you, fans, for keeping up with that. Also, Chase, please stop running away.
That was weird. Every time Chase takes a step, it's weird.
Every time he takes a step, he's running out of a door or a place or something. It's like, how many times do they have to tell you you're wanted, you're a part of the family, like you're good, and he's still like, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sit with Andre DeMera in the park
because he bought me food. Now, granted, buy me food, I'll be your friend all day long. So I don't know what was in that box, but apparently it was good. But like that was sort of weird too. And Andre in this hat.
I can't with the hat.
I can't either.
I can't with the hat.
Is it to cover up that scar?
It's just to cover him up so he can lurk around Salem.
He's such a lurker.
And it's like, it's not even like...
It's like a cloak and a hat.
Oversized hat. Like, it's not even like, just put a hat. Okay.
Yeah.
Like, Ward was like, here, this one, it's too big. It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Just
we
go.
want it that way.
Yeah.
So it can kind of be like...
He was like, hey, Marlena, can I borrow your hat?
Exactly. So yeah, it's
but I will say this, and I made a note of this to myself this week.
Mm-hmm.
I really am digging. Trying to remember his real name.
What's the character name?
Chase.
Jonathan.
I think he's doing a fantastic job.
I think he
I'm
is
like
too.
really like I'm becoming more and more impressed with his abilities.
He plays
as an
Defiance
actress.
very believably.
Yeah, I don't know. I this week there's something that happened this week that I was like, kind of digging that.
Yeah.
Kind of digging that.
You know who's feeling herself?
Who?
Sierra. This week, all of a sudden, she like came out of her shell and she, well,
go back in.
Sure. Claire didn't get Juilliard.
Do you disagree? Yeah. Of course she didn't get
about
Juilliard.
Sierra?
You have to have
What is it
musical
gonna be?
abilities to get into Juilliard.
I think she's a fantastic singer.
Yeah, I like her. I think she's a good voice.
Oh, Matthew, that is
That's
so
okay.
much shade you are throwing towards
you know,
her.
it happens.
You don't like her? You don't like how she sings?
No, Eve has a better voice, and Eve doesn't even have a voice anymore.
See, he was worried. He was worried about saying bad things. We got him going.
Do you think that? Do you?
Did I just stump you?
No.
No.
Do you think that maybe?
She's not a good singer?
No, that maybe she's at a lot because I saw a video of her singing. I mean, she's obviously like a singer, like she, you know.
Oh, is she a
outside
singer
of
in
it.
real life?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. She's not. Okay, I didn't know that she was a real singer.
So maybe her voice is a little different on. I don't know.
Well,
on
whose voice
TV,
is different?
on TV in Horton Square.
Well, like maybe she's not singing like she normally would on days when. Okay, so
we get to Friday.
no. No. So yeah, and then Eve is just left in.
That was last week.
I know, but I mean, she still never came back. Like
But she might be back.
I don't know.
I mean, if they're listening to the fans, which I feel like they're starting to, like, you know, with certain things that I've been reading about happenings around there. Mm-hmm. I feel like maybe they are starting to listen to what people are tweeting and saying about the show. So maybe Cassie DePaiva will come back.
Love her.
I mean, at least it was left open-ended, which I think says a lot for her.
Yeah.
That she didn't just get killed by Dr. Dan.
Oh, thank God.
Or Eric, sorry, Dr. Dan.
We didn't need any other death.
Yeah. Well,
I feel like there's another one around the corner.
I think there is, isn't there?
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
Dun, dun.
I thought I heard something about another death.
Oh God, I hope not.
These are the deaths of our lives.
Oh boy. Really quick, John is reminiscing about his past.
Oh, yeah.
Wondering what life would have been like had he actually was raised by his parents.
Mm-hmm.
But then John and Marlena never would have met if any of
But
the
he said-
circumstances had been different.
But he's like, well, I would like to think that even if I
Right.
did, our paths would have crossed. Yeah, and she wouldn't have given you a hot second. She would have been like, I'm a doctor. Peace.
You had to pretend like you're my husband in order for me to like you.
Yeah, exactly.
It's time for John to just find out already.
Yes.
Or at least just like, let's stick with it. This is
who
you know what
my
I mean? I mean, he's
parents
had
are.
about 4 or 5 different
This old
explanations.
lady that they showed a couple weeks ago is not his mom.
You don't think so?
Nope. You know who I think his mom is?
Who?
And I don't know if I have good backing for this, but I think his mom is Vivian.
Vivian Alamein?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. That'd be interesting.
Really?
Yeah.
And
Because
if
I
that
think
means Louise Sorel will come back, I'm off.
Girl, come back to Days of Our Lives.
Oh, you know who it should be? Oh, she's probably not old enough.
Who?
Calliope. Because you know
I
I love
haven't
me
heard
some
that
Calliope.
name in ages.
Oh, Calliope.
Oh, Calliope.
Yeah,
I want her to come back, especially with all this fashion stuff going on. I think it's a perfect opportunity for Calliope to come
She
back.
would have been great.
She would have been.
Maybe she'll be
like
on
she
her
should be
way.
like the competitor. Like I think that's what they should have, like this for whatever DJ Designs or whatever the stupid name is
Yeah.
they picked.
Like she
they have
comes
a
back in town.
competitor, and it turns out that it's Calliope.
Who is it?
Turns out it should be who?
Calliope.
There we go.
I love it.
That could work.
I like it.
Eh.
Well, they're getting back to a regular working schedule because of all my talk, so I think I'm just going to keep talking about Calliope and Jack and all things.
And see what happens.
Yep.
Well, speaking of Jack, his offspring Abby is getting geared up for her wedding, and Chad suggests that they elope.
She does not want to elope. She wants to have a nice wedding with the family she loves.
I love though that she said that about that. She's like, my family, we like being wedding. That's like they sure
They
do.
do. But still, do you guys feel like it's very odd that she's still walking around in her wedding dress? while Chad's there. There's something that seems very odd to me about.
Well, I think it's just foreshadowing of the shambles that their wedding is going to turn out to be. Yeah.
Well, and we know that she's
she was
leaving
like, oh,
the show
great. Now
too.
finally you
So,
saw me.
yeah.
I was so sad to hear that she's leaving. I think that on a daily basis, her performance is better than the last. I think she's flawless in her performance.
Oh yeah, she's great.
Yeah,
She's great,
She's great. But we'll see what happens.
but she's off to the next.
Girl, take that wedding dress off. And now it's time to discuss the one episode this week that I like.
I think
to
why
kinda,
everybody's tuned in today.
Yes, Fridays. I've called it Friday's Dream episode.
Yeah.
Mark.
You want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with the things I liked.
Okay.
And I hope you're all sitting, and if you're not sitting, you might want to take a moment to pull up a stool and sit down, because you're going to be shocked as poop to hear what I have to say.
Oh boy, I feel like I know what's coming.
I actually liked the start. I understood Nicole's dream. Mm-hmm. It made sense. It felt justified.
Wait, was all that a dream? Like the
Daniel?
Daniel?
dead.
Well, the Daniel part is a dream, but the flowers were not.
I was
correct.
Yeah, I think the flowers was real.
The flowers were real.
Right.
she's also delivering powerhouse performances every single time.
Oh, of course, of course.
Yeah. So I liked that, and I liked Steve and Kayla's dream, because they both seemed to make sense,
Right.
and felt on point to what is going on currently on the show.
Right.
Yes.
It felt right. It felt okay. All the other nonsense
Right.
could have been
Sierra.
deleted and it ended up on an editing room floor, and I don't think anyone would have been upset. Oh, sorry. One other thing I liked. Two Billies.
He's got opinions. Oh,
the people.
I thought that was so well done.
I thought
that was excellent.
I mean, he's going to knock it out of the ballpark. I think should be two spinoffs. Nicole, Billy. Those should be spinoffs of Days of Our Lives. And scene. That's all I have to say.
Matthew.
I loved it. There were certain parts that
The whole thing? The whole day?
a lot of it, I did not like. I did not like Sierra's.
I laughed.
Yeah, I did too.
That
I mean,
was utter and complete ridiculous, asinine nonsense. If you have to, okay, here it goes, guys. If you have to show everybody what this character's about, something's wrong. Do you know what I mean? Like, come on, guys. We didn't need, that was so ridiculous. I can't even.
it means saint and dark.
It was so stupid. And she said it 800 times.
Yeah.
We got it the first time you said Satan Dark.
Yeah.
And then when you wore the dark outfit with the dark makeup, you were the dark side. And when you were in the light stuff, you were the good side. I get it. You don't need to keep repeating it.
She said, with Theo, I'm a saint. With Chase, I'm dark. They're both me. Sierra, take a seat in Horton Square, would you, girl?
Oh, Days of Our Lives. Josh and Dina got it wrong.
Ooh.
And put it on record. Call Soap Opera
Are you
Digest.
going to write that down too?
Got it wrong.
Okay, go ahead, Matthew. What else did you like and dislike about?
I thought it was funny. I thought it was a little out there, but I did like how Ava, Steve, and Kayla's dream, and they ended up turning on Ava.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
I thought that was good.
And one other thing about Ava, Steve, and Kayla, she's got to stop calling him Patch.
See, I actually like that she calls him Patch and Kayla calls him Steve.
See, the thing about
like
that, though, is that he doesn't want to be called that anymore. It's
but I think that's appropriate.
How little you know me. You're respecting me zero at this point.
But I think that makes that's why it works,
right?
In my opinion.
Okay.
I liked the choice.
Yeah.
I like the choice for the show, but I think for what he wants, what they're trying to get out of it, he needs to be Steven, not Patch.
Okay.
Black Patch.
Okay.
Sisters.
Well, you know.
Sisters. never such older sisters.
But you notice, though, too, with Abigail, JJ calls her Abs.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What was Rob's character's name again? Ben called her Abby, and Chad calls her Abigail. They each call her something.
I like that.
Yeah. There's differences.
Can she go back to being blonde again, too?
Oh, my God, thank you so much.
No, I love her brown hair.
I read an article.
Yeah, Kate Mansi.
I read an article that Kate Mansi was a part of, and she was saying how she never felt comfortable as a blonde, and then when she finally ended up going back to her natural color, her grandma was like, there's my Katie, or whatever, which I love that story. I think that's great, but I thought she killed it as a blonde. I thought she was so hot.
I said that, I think, when we first started doing the show. I said, I hate that she's dark hair now. I don't like it. I could see it happening. You know, it was gradually getting darker and darker.
Right.
And I knew they were going to do that, and I was like, not happy with it. Not happy with it.
No, and then did you see the photo of, I don't know, it was Abby and
Chad?
Yeah, sitting with Doug and Julie, and she was blonde, and she looked so pretty. Why are you laughing?
Because that ridiculous box of photos that they pulled out in TBD.
And then Doug and Julie's French kiss in Horton Square or wherever they were
I can't.
After their foxtrot.
Clearly, they had lessons from the same people, Hope and Aiden.
Okay, so
go ahead, Tony.
What did you think about Friday?
Well, first of all, I'm looking at my notes, and all it says is Rafe's dream.
Oh, my
Sierra's
God.
dream. Okay, first of all, since I mentioned Rafe's dream, let's talk about that. I thought it was so funny that they'll... I don't even know what they were supposed to, like, be playing for. But then he was like, not until we play a game of chess. And then it cut to, but there were no chess pieces. And I thought to myself, oh, Rafe must have decided, like, I don't know how to play chess. We'll play checkers instead. So that made me laugh. And then when Andre won, and he was like, checkmate. And then I thought they were going to play again, and then it cut to, and there was just a gun laying there, and I was like, oh, so now we're going to Russian roulette? Like,
totally, yeah.
Okay, so then there's that. That made me giggle. I liked the Ava, Kayla, Steve dream. I liked that. I was a little worried at first because I'm like, what? Like, who's having what dream? But then you can tell how they all kind of combined them.
Yeah.
As much as it pains me to say this.
Oh no, what?
I know what's coming.
What?
Shh, don't talk. Let him talk. Let him talk.
I actually liked the good Chad versus bad Chad.
Me too.
I thought. Are you documenting that?
Billy.
I actually thought that.
And it actually says Billy.
That the way they portrayed, like, the good Chad and the bad, there was so.
You mean the way he portrayed the good Chad and the bad Chad?
Well, first I'm going to address, like, the wardrobe and the styling first.
Oh, I loved.
It was great, right?
The
like,
black jacket.
the black jacket with the red and all
perfect.
that, and his hair was styled differently than Good Billy. And then I thought about Mark when he was thrown into the Good Billy was thrown into the Demerara tunnel. How he was just there in boxers and a t-shirt, and I was like, Mark I'm sure enjoying this. He's enjoying this a whole lot.
Very much
right now,
so. Very much so. I wish he was wet. That would have just been the icing on like a dripping pipe or something.
So I liked that, and then I liked how like the tables turned, and Abigail had poisoned the bad one and was like, "Where's my Chad?"
Yeah.
And then she found him.
Which she actually did in real
Yes.
life. You know, because she could tell when he was under his spell and all that.
Yes.
Right.
So.
First of all, the first dream with Brady and Teresa.
Oh,
I didn't understand.
I didn't.
I don't think they did either.
Well, I thought for 2 seconds I was like, are they depicting some rom-com that I'm not familiar with, where the millionaire fell in love with the Made in Manhattan? Maybe it was very Made in Manhattan. It just dawned on me.
Yeah.
I think it's about Teresa's fear that Brady's going to.
Yeah,
Well, yes,
I think so too. But still, it was just
poorly executed.
Yeah, it was interesting. I really did like Daniel and Nicole, and I like that he was just like, you have to let me go so that you can live. I love that.
Yeah, me too.
I love that.
You know what it reminded me of?
What? Ghost?
Billy and Bo.
Oh.
Other Billy. My other Billy.
I was about to say, Mark, you in danger,
When
girl.
when she, and that's what I kind of upset me a little bit, because that was like, that was my moment for her when she left Bo, and she's like, if you love me, you'll let me go. So that kind of reminded me of that moment. So yet another reason for me to hate Dr. Dan.
You know what made me terribly sad?
What?
At the very end of the episode, all of the couples are happy together, and then they cut to Nicole.
And
she's so sad.
And she was such a mess.
That was
like, oh.
tough. Yeah, I actually liked that. I did like that as well.
So Friday's episode was interesting and entertaining. I literally
it was fluff and it was fun.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm with you guys with the Sierra one. I literally laughed out loud because I was like, oh my god, they're giving this girl like this walkthrough of Salem and her, and then actually with her dream, it was kind of like, are you guys kind of telling us something where she is going to be conflicted? Whereas maybe
that's what I'm saying. Is I feel like her dream sequence was like, okay, we need to explain what's going on here, and I was like, why? We all knew that. Like, it just didn't.
I didn't. I just thought she didn't like Chase.
Oh no.
But I didn't know, you know, there was something bad about him that just gets her going and gets her dark side moving.
Her dark side.
Those are going to be good screenshots for my next month.
You do montages?
Yes. Go ahead, Matthew.
Oh, here, Matthew. Actually, I think they're on my desktop.
I don't even know. I don't think that Sierra has a dark bone in her body. I think that if they're trying to sell that she can be dark, I think they should just leave it alone.
Well, and I like when she was like, even I get confused, and she looked at Theo, and she was in the dark, and Theo's like, what's wrong with you? And then she looks at Chase, and she's good, and Chase is like, what is this? I'm like, even I'm getting confused too. Yeah. So anyway, that was your week of days. We're going to move on to our lovely segments, and then we're going to open the phone lines for just a few phone calls before we run out of time. But we're first going to start with Tony's official 3 Snaps Award.
Oh, snap.
There we go.
Ooh, I like that.
All right, so this is very tough. I wasn't sure. You're so mean. I wasn't sure who to give my 3 Snaps Award to.
Was it for me, Tony, for doing such a nice job today?
That will be next week. You'll get it next week.
Yeah, we have to get you through the rest of the show. Okay, and we'll see. So I thought about giving my 3 Snaps Award to Friday's episode because I just thought it was very entertaining.
Got it.
I thought about giving my 3 Snaps Award to Brady and Teresa for their lovely ukulele playing.
Oh, that's right.
I thought it was
cute. I didn't hate it.
I thought it was very cute.
No.
But, you know, I'm actually going to give my 3 Snaps Award to Lonnie Price because she shut Finn down in such a very clever way. Also, I'm really giving it to her for when she was asking the questions about who's on the videos. She's like, are they current loves, past loves, man?
Yeah, that was actually
I was
funny.
like, oh, touche, Detective Price.
Yeah.
So Lonnie Price gets my official 3 Snaps award.
Oh, snap!
I love that.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
With that being said, I think that perhaps Teresa can give Claire some voice lessons.
Oh, they sound great.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, Eric and Jen sound beautiful during the ukulele, but that song though, and when they cut and they came back and they were still singing, I was like,
I thought it was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. All right, and moving on to our next segment. Even though my chocolate twin is not here, you guys know that he always fulfills his duties, and we still have James Lott Jr.'s Look Who's Related, brought to you by the chocolate twin, Quiet Storm, Mr. James Lott Jr., featuring some very special guests.
Hi, it's me, James Lott Jr., and I'm sorry I can't be there in the studio with Tony and Mark. I am in sunny Sacramento with my grandkids having a good time. But of course, I couldn't leave you without a Look Who's Related. And this week I picked one that is a person who's been on for a long time and a person who is new. Julie Williams. So, Julie Williams and Thomas DeMira, or Devereaux, I don't know what his name is. But anyway, they're related. So, Julie is the daughter of Addie, Jennifer's the daughter of Bill. Addie and Bill were brother and sister. So naturally, it makes Julie and Jennifer cousins. Jennifer has Abigail and little Thomas, which makes Julie second and third cousins to each of them. Or if you want to say first cousins twice removed with Abigail, first cousins 3 times removed with little Thomas. And that's how they're related. So Julie and Thomas are completely related as blood Hortons. There you go. I'll be back in the studio next week on the show, and I will see you guys next time.
Why, thank you, James Lott Jr. That was his Look Who's Related. All right, and now we're going to move on to Mark's Quote of the Week.
Oh, you're ready for me already? All right. So my quote of the week is, I said it was almost going to be, I actually had it written and then I deleted it and switched to this one. It was going to be Joey, I need a sandwich. But this was actually on Monday, and I laughed when I heard this as well. Some of the younger Days of Our Lives fans may not get it, but I thought it was absolutely hysterical. Was actually, my quote of the week is going to Sierra Brady. When she was talking to on Monday when Hope walks in the room and Sierra and Chase are sitting on the couch and chair, and she says, "Hey, what do you guys say? Some popcorn and a John Hughes marathon. What do you say?" And Sierra says, "Why don't we watch The Breakfast Club? It would be like real life. Everyone's stuck in a room against their will."
Oh my God! Oh, speaking of, we did not mention the fire that happened.
Oh my!
In Hope's
Well,
house.
we did a little bit. We talked a little bit.
I think it felt like it was Ray Breeze, but I feel like Andre started it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. He put it in Chase's bag.
Chase's bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And I think Chase knows it.
I think he's figuring it out. I don't think he knows
he's
it. I think he's figuring it out.
He's figuring it
out. Yeah. Okay. That has been Mark's Quote of the Week. And now, Mark, who's our fan of the week?
Our fan of the week actually goes to somebody who approached me while on jury duty this week.
Shut up.
I was at lunch on the first day of jury duty. They had like the catering trucks outside the city hall or the courthouse, and so I went out to the trucks to get up food, and I was standing there waiting for my food, and somebody came up and was like, "Oh my God, Mark from DISHIN Days," and I was like, "What?"
Oh, that's fun.
And he's another host here, I guess, Bobby Paradise.
Oh, Bobby
Paradise. So I didn't know him, but I guess he watches our show, and I guess he's interviewed some Days of Our Lives people.
Yes.
But it was very sweet, and he kept going on and on about how much he loves our show, and he was so excited that I was there, and he's like, "What are you doing here?" And I was at jury duty, and then he tweeted me, and I tweeted him back and stuff like that. So if you follow him, it's Bobby_Paradise on Twitter. I guess he's one of our
Yes, we actually
And
use...
the @ symbol is implied.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. So before we get into some news and gossip, let's open up the phone lines, and it looks like we already have a caller.
Oh.
So if you want to call in, give us a call at the number that our engineer is going to put in the chat room. It's 424-253-0749. Again, that's 424-253-0749. And we have our first caller. Hello, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You are on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, this is Mark Freeman.
At least I thought we had a call. Hello, caller.
Maybe? No? Maybe?
Nope.
I guess for some reason we're not hearing them.
No problem. Well, we can.
Can I read real quick on iTunes?
Yes.
We had a new comment on iTunes that I wanted to read and give a shout out to. Now let me see if I can say her name. I think it's Carachelle. Karichelle 82.
Sure.
She wrote it on the 8th, and the title was Best Days Commentary / Recap Show. And then this is what she wrote, which I thought was very nice. I'm not kidding. This is the best Days of Our Lives commentary and recap show I've listened to. I love laughing with these three gentlemen with their Dishin Days each week. I wish we could give more than 5 stars. I share Mark's affinity for Billy Flynn, Chad DiMera, which is actually how I ended up discovering the show by accident when I came across Billy's first guest appearance on the show. I started watching regularly, and now I'm totally addicted to Dishin Days. Mark, James, and Tony are hilarious, have chemistry, and put together a fabulous show. If you're a Days fan, don't miss this show.
Yay!
That was very, very sweet. And then another shout out to Christian Bullen and Susie QP, who also wrote comments on iTunes for us. And then I just was going to give a shout out to some people who wrote some comments on our YouTube videos. Kayla Gariepi, Kimberly
sure.
Howard, Vista Trista 7, and Ashari Watlington. They all wrote comments on our YouTube videos on one of our shows.
Well, thank you for that.
Very nice.
Let's quickly get into our callers. Hello, welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days. You're on live. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, This is Mark Freeman.
Hello. Caller, are you there? Caller.
Oh, I hear something.
Hello.
Maybe. Oh.
Caller? Nope.
This is for your reel.
Let's try another one.
Try another.
Hello?
Hello.
Hi.
There we go.
Hi.
Welcome to AfterBuzz TV's Dishin Days.
Hello.
What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Hello?
Oh, they can't hear us.
Hello.
Oh, they can't hear us, Jonathan.
Oh, what's going on?
Okay. Let's go into some news and gossip.
Oh.
Hello.
Oh.
Hello.
All right, so some quick news and gossip.
I was going to keep doing it while you talk.
Hello. All right, so congratulations, Days of Our Lives has been renewed. Yay! Days of Our Lives has been renewed through September 2017.
God bless.
Yes.
So happy.
Everyone was actually quite worried.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because they were in talks, and that's when, Sony and NBC were going through negotiations, and that's when it was brought up that maybe they want them to go into like a different production schedule and all that, and they told the writers, stop writing.
Yep.
Yeah, because they said that the writers have written up until September.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a little far.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they can dial it back a little.
Yeah, they can all go take a vacation right now.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah, so congratulations.
I heard July and August.
What?
They won't be taping.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Nice little break.
Yeah. That's what I
And well-deserved break. They are the hardest workers in daytime.
Yeah.
They really are. So congratulations to the cast and crew of Days on your renewal. Also, to let you guys know, next Sunday, I don't know, Jonathan, are you posting the pictures as we're going through? Okay. So next Sunday, as you guys know, we have our Spotlight Ons, and since there is a character that has been brought up, Dario, we want to revisit Dario. So we have Francisco San Martin, who first played Dario when he arrived in Salem. We're going to do a Spotlight On with him next Sunday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you tune into that right before Dishin Days. Love it. And Mark,
yes. Also, guys, look for some new photos out there from Brad Everett Young from his Dream Loud official campaign. He is going to be shooting some new Days of Our Lives people. He wouldn't even tell me who they were. He said it's a surprise. So he said that he's got 2 lined up for this week and potentially has a few more lined up in the next coming months.
It's the blue picture, Jonathan.
Yeah, there's one of yeah, they'll put it up. I'm sure. Billy. I was the only one I had on my phone.
Sure.
For some reason, he likes Billy Wet.
Yes.
Sure.
Yeah. And if you don't follow Brad on Twitter, follow him at Brad E. Young on Twitter, and you can see all his photos when he sends them out and puts them out. And his it's a good cause. His photos and stuff are to raise money for the arts in school and stuff like that. So,
Well, Brad, we would love to be a part of that. Just going to put that out there again.
Put it out there.
Put it out there again.
Put it in the universe.
Moving right along, we do have a Days of Our Lives event coming up in March 19th through the 20th in Atlanta, Georgia. The fine folks of Starstruck Fan Events will host their event with Christopher Sean, Brian DiTillo, Guy Wilson, Judy Evans, Eric Martzoff, and some others. And we have a very special announcement. We are giving away 2 tickets to the meet and greet that will happen for this event that's happening in Atlanta on March 19th. Head on over to our Facebook page, DISHIN Days, to find out how you can enter to win 2 tickets to the meet and greet for the March 19th through 20th Starstruck Fan Event happening in Atlanta, Georgia.
Love that.
It's going to be great. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I won't be there, but I'm looking forward to it.
Well, there were a couple of other names that you didn't say that I'm kind of surprised and excited to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some new faces.
Some new faces.
So I won't say who, but you can Google it.
But you can,
It's a surprise.
You can go to Starstruck Fan Events and find out the full roster.
We tell you everything, then you're not going to go to the website.
Yeah. And unfortunately, you guys were having technical difficulties, so we won't be able to take phone calls this week, but we will get to you guys next week. We'll give a whole lot of time to do that next week. And then
I won't come in.
As long as they don't do another dream episode of Days of Our Lives, we'll have time for the phone calls.
Right.
And speaking of giveaways, we are still also going to give away our 1-year anniversary gift, which is the elephant signed by Greg Vaughn and Melissa Archer.
The other one.
And the one signed, and we're going to sign it as well, along with some headshots. So look on our Instagram and Facebook for details on how to win that. Both prizes will be announced. The winners will be announced next Sunday during DISHIN Days. And we haven't forgotten about our logo contest. We're still ironing out some details, and we will have a winner for you hopefully next week.
Lovely.
And Mark, you have another announcement.
One more quick little announcement. I'm not sure if some of you knew about. There's a Daytime Stars Events is doing a Billy Flynn, Rob Wilson event in Toronto on Saturday, July 23rd. It's daytimestarsevents.com. If you're interested in meeting and hanging out with the boys, it's actually going to be like she did with the Niagara Falls. It's going to be on a little cruise ship.
Oh, that's fun.
On the lake, Ontario, by the way. For those of you who wouldn't know what lake it is, I don't know who could possibly not know. Me. So you can spend the day on the water cruising around with the Toronto Harbor.
You can't use that for your real.
I wasn't going to anyway. And I guess the big announcement is that I will be joining the boys on the boat and hosting the event with them. So if you needed more incentive to join us in Toronto, there it is. So come join us in Toronto. I'm excited. You know, spend quality time with Billy. Oh, and Rob. But it'll be fun.
But mostly Billy.
I'm gonna put some like salmonella chicken in Rob's food so he gets sick, and I'm like, oh, let's tuck you in bed. Okay, Billy, let's go.
So Days of Our Lives of you. Days of Our Lives.
Meanwhile, they're not going to let you on the ship.
No, they won't.
Oh my gosh. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been another episode of DISHIN Days right here on AfterBuzz TV. Before we head out, first of all, a big thank you to you, Matthew, for coming in.
And thank you guys. I had so much fun.
Good.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. Before we head out, Mark, why don't you let the fine folks out there in the YouTube land know exactly how to tweet you and find you on social media.
You can usually find me in a parked car outside of Billy's apartment, but if you can't find me You can find me on Instagram or Twitter at Lorraine Love, LORAYNE LOVE, or on Facebook /the Mark J. Freeman, or you can follow my hair, Living for the Hair.
And Matthew, in case our fans want to tweet you, where can they find you?
In case you want to find me on Twitter, you can find me at Mr. Matthew Evan. That's at MR Matthew Evan. And on Instagram at Paine Matt, PAINE MATT.
There we go.
Thank you.
And of course, you guys can find me on all social media platforms at Lounging with Tony or my website, loungingwithtony.com. Thanks again, Matt, for coming in. Mark.
As always.
And of course, thank you guys for tuning in live.
I'm just going to talk over him the whole rest of the time.
Should we just talk over him for the rest?
Have a conversation. It was really nice having you here.
At this time,
this is that time when Tony tries to talk.
Oh, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will see you next Sunday for another full recap of your favorite soap opera Days of Our Lives right here on AfterBuzz TV's DISHIN Days. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Do you like
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.